friends, Amanda here. Welcome back to Handmade Now Hallmark. Today's card features an all die cut layout featuring some amazing products from Concord and Ninth. I really hope you enjoy this card as much as I do, so let's get into it. Before I got started creating my card, I decided to do all the die cutting in advance just to save a little bit of time in the video. I am using the Friendly Florals die from Concord and Ninth, and this die set has got a lot of really fun elements to it. You can create lots of different styles and ideas, and I kind of went with a little bit of what they show on the back of the packaging. They kind of give you a little bit of an idea or a guide in a way that you can use this card. So I used that for inspiration today, and I am using the two big kind of like daisy shapes in this, and the cardstock that I'm using to do my ink blending on is from ModaScrap. It is the Tropical Dream color palette. All the products that I use will be listed down in the description box below, and I wanted to do some ink blending on the die cuts themselves just to give them a little bit of interest and dimension. And I am using Simon Says Stamp Positively Saturated Inks today to do all of my ink blending. And I'll have all those colors listed down in the description below. This is totally optional. If you wanted to save some time and you needed to make a card in a hurry, you don't have to do the ink blending, but I really feel like it adds a lot of interest and dimension to the die cuts themselves. You can easily do this with even watercolor. You could do it with Copic markers. You can do it with any medium that you have available. I just decided to use ink because that is my preferred method. Next, I'm going to go in and add some dimension to the florals themselves. I love these florals because you can use them for any color of flower. Like you can use them as a daisy, you can use them as, cone flowers like I am here, which come in a variety of colors. You can use them as, my favorite flower, which are Black-Eyed Susan, which I'm definitely going to use this as a Black-Eyed Susan in a fall card, which I cannot wait. I know summer really just started kicking off here in central Pennsylvania. It is finally, well, it hasn't really stopped raining, but we're finally getting into some nicer weather with some rain in between. But I'm a fall girly, so I'm ready for the fall. Next, I took the included friend die, which I absolutely love. I love this die so much. I love the script of it. I love the size. So I'm definitely going to be using this on other cards as well. I just feel like it is just the perfect size and it works out great. I decided to do the shadow layer in white, and then for the scripty layer that goes on top, I just used another one of the colors from my ModaScrap's color palette, this really pretty blue. I kind of had an idea for color palette in my mind, but at the same time, I was kind of inspired by the paper pack itself because of the colors that are included. They match so well together, so I just decided to kind of go off of that and use those colors on the palette, like the front of the paper pack, to do my card today. But you can definitely swap these colors out for your friend's favorite color, or change out the greeting and put a big thank you on it. Anyway, this design can be utilized in a lot of different ways. Once I had that all done, I decided once everything was dry, because the Positively Saturated inks dry really, really fast, and I just got them, so I'm really excited to use them, and they work beautifully. I love having a nice dye ink on hand with ink blending, because I do like to do, splattering and those sorts of things, so I'm really excited about that. And these are super easy to put together, these little daisies. You just line them up along that top edge where the center of the flower would be, and they line up beautifully. And I love these two-toned, and the ink does dry back a little bit, so it won't be as intense on the card, but they're still super pretty. I think these would be really pretty in like a pale blue. Oh, I think that would be really nice. And then on the stems, they have like a circle part, which you put that like right in the center of the flower, and that kind of gives you lots of stability because the stem is so thin. That really helps you kind of get some stability on that flower itself. So there's my two flowers, super pretty. And I really think you could utilize this and make a whole bouquet, because the leaves, you could easily cut them off the stems and really kind of make a nice little like floral arrangement. And I didn't have mine kind of tilted the way that I wanted for my design, so I just took it off really gently and reattached it, and it stuck just fine. I'm going to add the little dot on the top of the eye here. And I'm super excited because I am gearing up for Christmas in July, which starts tomorrow. I'm super excited. It is my favorite time of year, and I hope you guys are as well. I know I've been gone for a while, but I am back. I am back at it, and I am super thrilled to bring the Christmas in July series to you guys again this year. I know it's one of you guys' favorites, and I'm got some ideas brewing, and I'm super excited to share them with you. Next, I'm going to take, there's an oval die that is included in the stamp set, or excuse me, the die set, and I'm going to use that as kind of like an anchor for my flowers to sit on. And I wanted to do it in vellum so it didn't distract from anything. If you have like a Xyron sticker maker, this will work out so much better, or like a big sheet of double-sided adhesive, just so you don't see the adhesive behind it. Now, you can't see it once it's on this pattern paper, unless you're really looking for it. So I was okay with that, and I just kind of moved on. Next, I added, I'm going to add some flickering butterflies as some embellishments. And then on the inside, this is a top folding A2 size card base. I am going to be using a stamp set from Simon Says Stamp, and it is called, I don't have it out. Where'd it go? It is called Brushed Flowers, and the greeting on the inside said sending hugs. So I felt like that was a really nice stamp to go on the inside of the card to match with friend sentiment on the outside of the card. So sending hugs, for your friend or whomever, which I think went really well. You could also leave it blank if you like. The pattern paper that I use, the striped one, is from a honeybee pack, and that is from, it is the Summer Stems Honeybee 6x6 pack is where I got the striped pink paper from. I don't know if it's still available or not, but you could definitely use any striped paper, or you could create your own. If you have a stencil or something like that, you can create your own striped background, but you don't have to use stripes. You could use any kind of graphic for the background, something that's not super distracting but really coordinates well. And I also used a piece of craft cardstock for my matte layer, just to add a little bit of interest, and so there wasn't too much white. I was worried with the stripes on the pattern paper that it would kind of be too much white, so that's why I decided to go with some of the craft cardstock. Now that I have my card base all ready to go, I can get to assembling the main parts of the card. So now that I have all the elements, I'm going to kind of line up where I want everything to go on this vellum oval. And I kind of fussed around with it for a little bit until I was kind of happy where I wanted the florals to go. It probably would have been better if I had done 3 instead of just 2, because 3 is a little bit easier to work with than 2. I find that odd numbers are a little bit easier to work with, but I made it work out in the end, and I do like the way that the card turned out. So next I'm going to add some adhesive to the back of these florals, and I'm going to, like I said, set it up onto the vellum piece where I want it. Press that down. Again, the vellum piece is not attached to the main card yet. And the reason is because once I have these adhered down, I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to add adhesive to the back of these. So I'm going to pop them up with some foam adhesives. So it kind of pops it up a little bit, but it also will help adhere it to the card without having to add more glue or adhesive to the vellum piece. Gonna put something heavy on top of that friend one, and then I've got these little butterflies. This is probably one of my favorite die sets from Simon, these flickering butterflies, because they're so versatile. You can definitely use them for anything. And as you can see here, I added some adhesive to the back of my floral areas that have already been adhered down, and they're going to be hidden behind all of the font and behind the flower, so you won't see it at all. And once I adhere it down, it'll pop it up, and it'll adhere that vellum to the card. And I love doing all die cut cards. I feel like they're super fun, and you only have to get out so many products, which is super great. Next, I'm going to adhere my little butterflies, and I did cut these out of some matte gold cardstock from Simon. Again, I'll have that listed down in the description below, but I have a bunch of these little butterflies just cut out and inside the actual packaging that the die came in. So I can just reach in and grab whatever ones I want, whichever ones I'm looking for, that'll go well with this card. And I felt like these gold ones went really well. It added just a little bit of shine to the card. And I loved adding that one to the actual greeting itself. I felt like it was really fun to do. Next, I'm going to go in and add a little bit of finishing details. This card is fine just the way that it is. You can leave it just like this. You know, it would be beautiful just like that. But I've got to add some glitter and some other embellishments just to jazz it up a little bit more. So I'm just going in with my aqua shimmer pen. I'm going to add some shimmer to the flowers themselves. And then I'm going to go in with a white gel pen after I've let that kind of dry a little bit so it doesn't wash out my white pen. And I'm going to go around the leaves and the stems and the petals and everything and just add some white highlight details. Again, this is not, you know, how they are in nature or anything like that, but I just kind of go with what I feel looks really nice. I don't follow any kind of, you know, light sources or anything like that. I just kind of go with what I feel looks nice for the image or for the die cut. And I really like the way that this turned out. I think this is probably one of the first kind of die cuts I've done this with, like as much as I did. I know I've done it in a couple of places here and there, but I really liked doing it on these florals and on the stems. I felt like it really made them pop and stand out. I thought they looked really cute. And then the last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to go around the friend die and just color in the friend word, so it also looks like a piece of glitter paper, which I feel is super fun. And that will finish up this card for today. I really appreciate you guys stopping by and taking the time to watch my video. If you enjoyed it, please consider hitting the like button as well as the subscribe so you don't miss out on any more videos here at my YouTube channel. Again, I want to thank you for stopping by, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye! On screen, I've got a few videos that I think you'll enjoy. Please consider hitting the like button as well as the subscribe so you don't miss out on any more videos here at my YouTube channel.